we'll get started. I want to thank everyone again. My name is Alex. I'm community manager and also head of BD over here at Footprint Analytics. And in case you guys don't know, both Footprint Analytics, we're kind of your one-stop shop for everything blockchain data solutions. We cover 27 chains, over a million NFT collections, and we are the most comprehensive GameFi infra around right now. If you want to check us out, you can go to our website, footprint.network. We have some really cool research. You can pretty much get caught up on all of the metrics that you want to know, whether it be on GameFi, NFTs, chain research, and even wallet research. We have some really good wallet analysis. But enough about me. I'm going to pass the mic over to Dimitri. And Dimitri, do you mind giving us a quick introduction about yourself and, kind of your history and how you landed over here at GasZero?
And thanks for Third Academy for streaming. So, a couple words about myself. I've been in the side of helping projects to launch, business development, helping with fundraising, representing projects, and doing marketing. So back in the day, we launched a project called Iron, which is basically oriented on data we stored in black boxes in airplanes can be stored on a blockchain and cannot be falsified. And after that, there was a project EOS ecosystem, and then we built a governance for EOS. But those things didn't work well, so I switched to other things. I was working with ENS in the past, and after that, have been helping different blockchains, the public chains, with the supporting of finding validators and nodes to make blockchains more decentralized. So meanwhile, have been investing as angel investor in many projects and have been operating with Near protocol in the past, and have been working with the bunch of projects which have been launching from Asia region. So and nowadays, my last investment, previous round had been in a few projects, and one of that is F7, which basically will be launched as well GasZero protocol. So today I would like to share with you guys about GasZero, what it is and what is exciting about it. So that's our main purpose of meeting today. And thanks for being together with us. Stay tuned and ask as much as possible questions as you want. In the future, we'll pick and I will reply these questions in the end of the section. Alex, please your turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you guys heard Dimitri. Stay tuned, listen well, and get those questions cooking because we are going to do some cool things at the end. If you guys got some questions, make sure you save them to the end. And with that being said, Dimitri, maybe you could tell us a little bit about GasZero and kind of what the main pain point is that GasZero solves.
I can share my screen. Hopefully you can.
Yep, I can see it okay.
Okay, cool. So the GasZero is for next generation data. And here I'm going to talk about the problems we're facing right now with the blockchain. For those who have been for a while in market, we are all used to use MetaMask, Ethereum blockchain, different blockchains with EVM based. But for those blockchain which not EVM based, it's a bit complicated because they need to be compliant with their wallets and all these things. So for new users or Web2 users, let's say, it's pretty hard and complicated. They come in and they want to play some game, for example, interact with some data, and they don't understand how it works. It's filtering and pushing out a lot of people. So to now, I can say that blockchain and all that Web3 space is not really user friendly. And not only us, many product folks around the globe trying to change this thing, change the whole situation. Some of them trying to educate users to teach them how to do it, which is really not excited to learn about blockchain is not so entertaining thing. And for other people, it's a question of time, and many of them give up this story. So here's the user journey starting from registration and interaction with the blockchain. And when we started with the registration, you basically need to have some coins on some networks, and to get these coins, you need to find the way how to uh, put those coins on this blockchain. For registration is also you need to know where to store your seed phrase, so your private key won't be stolen. And this is also a pain point. For example, many people struggling with storing this, or it can be on someone else, and someone else can use your private key, and you lose ownership of your account. So for this solution, there is right now existing NPC wallets and AA wallets. And for fiat changing to crypto, there is fiat on RAM service system providers, which widely exist, and there's some partners already are partnering with the GasZero. And the next problem is users asking why I need to pay for each transaction on the blockchain. We can say that right now Web3 looks more like internet back in the day. Those like 30 years ago, the internet, like very claggy, very hard to connect. You need to pay for each second being online, and your phone will be always busy. And right now, it's similar story. You need to pay for each transaction. Even each transaction won't bring you profit, even sometimes losses. Anyway, to interact with the blockchain, you need to pay. And that's a big question for many users. Why I need to pay? Do I need to pay when I open in web to like pages around when I'm surfing the internet and open YouTube, for example, or Facebook? So no, they don't need to pay for that. But why they need to pay for transaction on the blockchain? And so right now,
Sorry to
we
interrupt you,
want
Dima.
to,
But
yeah,
you know what?
so
I think everybody here can agree with that. We hate paying gas fees for everything. So yeah, it just gets me so excited to hear this. So sorry, I just couldn't help myself. I was so excited when we hear that there's no more gas fees. How much of my own money have I wasted on just little minuscule events? So again, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, thank you. Thank you for support. It should be a game changer. And I had no clue why previously there is no blockchain trying to solve this. Basically, I've been in US in the past, but US failed by its governance. So there was solution in US that where you don't need to pay for each transaction. But anyway, the cost was always on the user. And this is basically pushing out a huge amount, like 90% of the use. So if we say like blockchain should be for people, for users, for normal users, we need to make it free for all. That's our slogan on the website. You can open our website, GasZero.com, and you can see free for all. And this is how we want to do it. So in such case, it doesn't mean that gas do not exist. Gas will exist because gas is expenses what we need to cover, and its infrastructure in expenses. If you say that a normal application can be stored on one server in decentralized world, it should be decentralized. It should be on many nodes, many validators. So in such case, the expenses and the costs is increasing very highly. So we want to solve this solution, first of all, by minimizing cost by using ZK rollups. So right now we're using Polygon ZK EVM. And secondary, by wrapping this all transaction by ZK rollup into one transaction, we minimizing costs. And secondary thing, we want to put gas fees on behalf of the debt. So when the dev building the application, they need to optimize their costs and optimize their gas. in such a way so it won't be expensive for them. And this business model should be sustainable enough to cover costs of user costs. So in such case, there is way more easier for users to interact with this data. And the user flow will be way better, and the user experience will be way better. So this is the main concept, and this is how we want to solve it right now. More in details, I will answer if you ask me more questions.
Great. So, with that being said, let me kind of go to our next question here, which is, what is like the current blockchain market statement, and why does GasZero have the right approach to the market fit?
So basically, existing users, that's not connected to the first question. Existing users in the market, most of them, they stay for a long period of time, and huge part of them, they getting into the losses, so they leave in market. So that's why we have shallow market, no many trades, no many happening. So many people just losing the hope because they can see that the market is not fair for them. So we have a page for this, and it shows the problems and opportunities. So basically, we're forced to pay gas. It's too complicated, too expensive, and dangerous. So we don't know what's going to happen if we participate. We interact with some debts. Maybe some of them will run pools, do something bad. Like there is a lot of bad behaviors we've seen. So our task is to secure network by itself, and our task to secure our users so they will feel together with us. That's why we have three main concepts, three main things which we want to show to the users. And these three main things is make blockchain affordable, transparent, and justifiable. So in affordable, we're telling that we're using GK roll-ups, which gives us the possibility to lower cost of transaction. Secondary, it's besides that, we still have gas fees. Who need to pay these gas fees? Usually users pay, but in our case, to cost, and that where you can lose some funds and find gas. And then should be strong enough to kind of defend the network. If we say that there is zero gas fees, then there is popping up another problem. If there is zero gas fees, it means I can make multiple infinite transaction. I can write down bot which can make transactions to expand the network. How to prevent this? In such case, we have our defense system, which is called Zero Shield, which will protect network from DDoS. So this GasZero Shield will mark some accounts, some stuff, or contracts, which acting as an actor, and will not let them interact with the blockchain. Sure, sometimes there probably will be not clear some mistakes, but there will be room to appeal this decision of our defending system. And what is justifiable? Justifiable is the strategy which gives us possibility to bring more users. Is that would mean we need zero gas solutions for our users. So these three pillars is our main things, what we focus on, and how we represent ourselves to our community and to the blockchain world. And actually, the main focus also on another thing is BID, is basically where users can register their first account without knowing blockchain, without touching any wallet, and start interact with the dApp as a normal login system, like by login by Google account or Facebook account or Apple ID, whatever they use. In such case, those users start interacting first, and then they touch in the wallet, and they start learning by playing, by being entertained. and this approach I think more way better, and it will keep the redundancy rate way higher, so more users will stay with this app. This how we go into the market and what we are willing to do.
Amazing. And one thing that stuck out to me that I really loved was the fact that you guys have you guys have how to say this word here. You guys have procedures in place to identify bots and get rid of them. One of the biggest issues with not just or not just change, but also dApps is the amount of bots and everything like that. So I love to hear that we're eliminating this bot issue, and you can trust that everybody on GasZero and all the transactions on GasZero are from real people. So that's amazing. I love that.
Alex, I want to say a couple words about how it looks like.
Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
our positioning is like a layer two solution with using ZK rollup. So basically, we have this infrastructure built software called GasZero Shield, decentralized identity, which gives credibility and reputation ranking for different accounts. Then we have policy engine, and then we need to do resource rebalancing. Like we rebalance the resources, get with that. So there is 100% like that need to cover expenses from the users from the beginning. So definitely we need to understand which account or which user will wish to interact or play that game or interact with that if the protocol, and they do not like manually, it's not the boss doing. So the strategy is like so basically first users when they're coming, for example, to the game, let's say at the 7, they start participating in the game, they log in with their Google account, and they see the game is interesting, so they get in some free points in the game to play with. And then if they practice, they need to have their blockchain account, like their GasZero account. And when they have a GasZero account, they basically have some sort of future transaction ability on their setup. Say like this. I give an example, rough example. When they use the limit and they still attracted to this game, and they step to the mode when they need to spend some to put a little bit of skin on the game and spend a little bit of their call or a little bit of their fun to pay gas and pay for the transaction. When you participate in game when you protocol, you need to buy some NFTs. You need to push your account higher. You need to do some interactions. And when we see that they really like to play game and they really stuck into this with a long period of time, let's say, then I think gradually the network will give possibility to reduce the amount of gas they pay. And through the longer period of time, when they got high score credibility, the account will get to the GasZero. So basically, it's the highest rank account, which no need to pay transactions fee, and the transactions fee will be on behalf of the dApp. So basically, this solution is fair enough, and it will give us room to understand if this account is malicious or this account is basically contributor to the network. I think it's clear, right?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So essentially, you're saying the more the user uses GasZero, the less the gas fees will get, and then eventually, once they reach the highest tier, ga- gas fees are just non-existent anymore. Correct? I love that. I love that. We can also see Julian. He was he was in the community sharing chat here that he hates these. I think agree with that. Being said, let me get to the next question that I have. So, what are the main pillars of GasZero that are standing on to be a better blockchain for those next generation users. So I mentioned a little bit about Zero, you guys are built stands for pledge, zero proofs, and really, but not that they brought up bridges for users. So maybe you can explain a little bit more, Dimitri, on kind of what other pillars and what other Hey, Dimitri?
What is the question? Can you elaborate? So, Alex is backing us, and we stay up to work coming down to what we are planning to do about our basically we play on the set, and includes people will be able to play without changing. We will make official announcement about it, so please follow up GasZero with her. And the cool thing, the first supporters, the basically first to the test net, I will push our team to benefit from the account. You are our which we rely on, and these guys is people who supported us from the beginning. So it's kind of these things because on the test net we need to test the network. We need to find out what we can improve, what kind of adjustment of the network can be done. For right now settings, our network settings looks like let me show you something over here. Yeah, so we basically wrapping 150 transactions per batch for one proof, and this is it takes us 60 seconds to prove transaction. But we get into improve this in the future, so there will probably multiple transactions, and these transactions will be basically there should be data allocation will be allocated on Ethereum, and we are using Hermes VTA EVM on Ethereum border testnet, and then we are right now testing our sequencers. I know. I cannot share pretty much details about it. You can see our, we have RPC and we basically RPC shield and chain ID will be shared on our Twitter official account. So follow our Twitter to get last updates of our news. And first accounts who will come to our network, basically it's the biggest, the greatest contributors to our network in the future. I'm really pleased for those people who supporting us right now. So our main task is to make yeah, Alex, you're correct, right? Let me finish a couple words. So our main task is to make blockchain affordable and free for people. So it can be free for all users who can come to us and they won't be hesitating to interact with the GasZero.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry, you guys. I just want to give everyone a heads up here. I'm in the middle of a typhoon.
I can imagine, like, yeah, take care. What can I say? But guys, blockchain typhoon is upcoming soon. I think we will face it with the bullish market in the close future. So hold on, hold on. Like that. So what additionally would like to say, we will have a year on top in 2049, and we basically will be there in September 11. We have
great. Yeah, and sorry for all the listeners here. I'm just like, no, Dimitri, that was a really good answer. Yeah, no, that was a really good answer.
Okay, so guys, can I give you some like a short shout out about what we're gonna happen? So 11th of September, we participated in a $1 billion round table with ABCD Capital, and there will be huge guys with us. I don't remember who will be on the panel exactly, but we basically will be streamed on Token 2049 live stream, and we probably will open up live stream or record a video from that. Additionally to that, 12th of September, we have events with Polygon Labs and Tencent Cloud. We also wish to have partnership with them as far as we are using their technology. We also co-hosting event together with them. So being great and I want to share with you a little bit about GasZero, but I don't know how to share because you checking my screen right now. You see my presentation.
Yeah, I think you Dima, you just have to cancel your sharing there, and then change the screen. But I think this is a great.
So basically, you right close the screen and share. All right, I'll try to do that. Sorry, wait for a moment. I'm trying to share the screen right now. Okay. Okay, guys. So you can see my screen. Basically, this is one of my accounts. You go to GasZero.com and you will find it.
Everybody that we're doing a giveaway 100. So you guys, I'm just starting this off right now.
So basically, I spent on this account I spent 200 for that, and it gives me a rank. I am a crypto DJ. All right, thanks. And I can copy link and share it to someone else, and people can also check. So basically, I paid in a BNB. It was on BNB chain. But yeah, not so bad, but also costly, right? 200 bucks on gas is paying for the network fees, and this is proof of stake network. If you say proof of work, it could be like 10 times more. So guys, do not hesitate to copy this GasZero.com. You can check how much gas you have been spending in the past and how much money you can stay together with GasZero. This is definitely gonna push you to try our network, and that's pretty everything what I would like to share today with you guys. And if there's some things Alex would like to add, please, Alex, go on.
Sorry, Dimitri, I missed what you said there. But yeah, we can see that's awesome. So far with GasZero, you saved $237 in gas fees.
Yeah, basically not saving is just what I spent in the past. For one,
Wow.
1 year account. And this is not the biggest. I think it's one of my accounts. It's like average account. I have another account. Probably gonna be more.
That's a substantial amount. Now, I mean, maybe that's just 3 transactions on Ethereum, but that is a ton of money to be throwing at gas fees.
Yeah, right.
So I guess with this being said, Dimitri, if you want to go to the community sharing channel, and you want to pick 10 questions that some people have asked, then you, like I said, everybody, if you're asking these questions, we're giving away 10 more USDT and a GasZero or gas fee alpha NFT from GasZero, which is awesome. So that's why I'm saying, you guys, make sure you ask those questions because we are giving a lot away today. We really appreciate you guys being here and joining the space with us. So make sure you go ask those questions in the community sharing chat. As well, we're doing a 10 USDT random giveaway for 10 other users. So guys, make sure you join that as well. And with that being said, Dimitri, go ahead and kind of pick the questions that you will.
Right. PS29 asking, what will the economic system look like within projects that will build on GasZero with zero fees? So what benefit will this network bring? So basically, as you understand, this network bring benefit more to the users because the fee is going to be paid by the debt. So economic model of the debt, like basically, should include by itself already have some room for the transaction fee. So they need to calculate roughly how much gas fees in certain amount of volume of users they use it for running their debt on our network. And basically, it definitely will be lower than on another network because we're already using ZK rollups and we're trying to minimize this number as much as possible. So economically, it will be benefit
to pay gas. So the users can interact freely with their dApp and do not afraid that they will lost a lot of money with the spending on the gas. So they can buy NFTs, they can trade NFTs, and they can freely use the application. So in such case, their business model should be self-sustainable. They need to make enough profit to cover gas expenses, and this calculation should be done by them. I think it's more fair way, not only me think, like a whole our team think that this is more fair way to interact with this like in this blockchain. Because in such case, the responsibility of gas optimization rely on the dApp by itself. Because many times we see many applications, they do not optimize gas and people paying huge gas and they don't understand why. Because under the hood, the smart contract built not right way, kind of this thing. So that's, I hope, answering your question, Elias. And all right, so maybe other question, right? How many questions we have to pick, Alex?
A lot of questions in the Discord today. So we're going to go with 9 more questions. So we already did 1. We're going to do 10 in total. And don't worry, I'm keeping track of everybody that you asked or every question that you answered so that at the end, you guys, questions that have been answered, I'll tag you all. And then be sure to send me your wallet address. But again, Dima, it's all yours.
Okay, Julian 132, how secure is connection, especially join using Google or Facebook accounts, make it more hackable. Basically, when you have an account, like Google account, and you're creating your own kind of account on a blockchain, like blockchain account, let's say GasZero account. I don't see a big pain point on creation security level on it, and what kind of vector of attack we can see. First vector attack is DDoS attacks. It's basically when I'm creating an account which connected to smart contract and which can unlimitedly interact with the blockchain and always send like some meaningless transaction. In such case, the network will be clogged and will be put in a congestion mode. So to eliminate this vector of attack, we need to basically have robust system of kind of blacklisting of such accounts and marking this account as a malicious account. So in such case, I've been talking about this previously in a page. We have kind of defense system, Oracle system, which given different ranking for different accounts which interacting with the blockchain. This is how it could be done. The second thing is creation of Sybil attacks. And basically a login with the Facebook and Google account is also helping with this, because you cannot create multiple Facebook accounts or Google account, like hundreds of Google accounts. It's physically very hard and won't bring you any benefit. So in such case, I don't think it's a high risk to be Sybil attacked by the network creating multiple attacks. So how we see. I do not see another breaches or another vectors of attack which can be designed by hackers. But be honestly saying, I'm not a programmist and I'm not a hacker, so probably there are some, and probably we'll find out about it before before hackers. And by the way, we definitely will do security audit of our protocol in multiple times with different security audit companies. And one of the companies I've been partnering with is a very strong company called Hacken. Maybe some of the followers know about it. And they're pretty strong on doing security audit. And besides doing security audit, they also giving suggestion how to redesign code in proper way if there is some breaches or some vulnerabilities. So that's have been answered. I'm going to the next question. Basically, guys, do not ask multiple questions because I will answer different accounts questions.
And don't worry, Dimitri. In case you do answer questions from the same account, I'm keeping track. Right? You can only win once, you guys. So if your question's been answered, we do. You can only win the giveaway one time. So please do save some space for everybody else, so that they can have the opportunity to, get seen and get answered by Dimitri here. So yeah, go ahead, Dimitri.
So in GasZero, basically believe of autonomously interaction between different users. So we believe that blockchain should have borders and it's a borderless virtual existing country. So, and there is a question from Ernie: how does GasZero plan to address the real world problems or industries through its blockchain technology? And can you provide an example of specific use case where a GasZero platform could make a significant difference? Basically, when you buying your tools, for example, you play in a game. Let's say a gaming some stuff. You playing Fortnite, or you playing, for example, that was Vitalik Buterin example. I'm not sure if I know all details, but he had been playing World of Warcraft in the past. And World of Warcraft is a huge game, which is MMORPG, and it's a centralized game. So sometimes you loot in some stuff, and you get in some tools, and you get in some armor or some game. And one day, if the server is down or someone hacked the server, your stuff doesn't exist anymore because it had been stored in centralized way. In the blockchain, we protect it from this. So all your data, what you have been done in the past, will never be eliminated. It will exist for forever. So there's where is reality and where is not reality. Not reality where we have something and we can erase it from internet. Nowadays, AI tools can give possibility you to erase all your data from internet, all your footprint from an internet. But when we live in a footprint, for example, on the blockchain, we cannot erase it. It stays forever in transaction. You can find first transaction on Bitcoins back in 2009. So that's how it should be done, and this is the proper way how we can build a history right now. So that's a real case scenario how it should be, and I think it's a good answer for your question.
Dimitri, before we go ahead with the last question, I just need to know what user's question did you answer there?
This one was earning 98.
Oh, great. Earning 98. All right, go ahead with the fourth question.
What security measures are in place to ensure that GasZero remains a trusted and secure platform for users, especially with the absence of gas fees? Absence of gas fees do not put users on any risks because gas still exists, but it exists on behalf of the debt. I repeat it again. And security measures is that we wish tightly cooperate with the dApps which cooperate with the GasZero. And in the future, this is my personal vision, is still to discuss with the team, but I want to share, like, open a little bit with you guys. So we wish to create a secure dApps whitelist where people can find this dApps, and they can be sure that this dApp is took multiple security audits. It's relatively secure to interact with, and they do not have intentions to rug pull our users. This is very important because we want to keep our users' safety, and there is no blockchain which the users will be rugged, right? So that's what we willing to do in the future. So that's why this is very good question, and this is very important to stand on the right side of security for the users. So it's not only blockchain secure, but the dApps on it also secure, and they have right intentions. And it's pretty hard to determine when the amount of dApps is raising, but I think internal KYC is like anonymous KYC to outside if they want to stay anonymous. But there should be some KYC of this dApp, so we need to know who's their founders if they want to launch on SecurityNet. But at the same time, I want to say that our network is a public network. It's permissionless network. So everyone who wish to join GasZero and permissionless you don't need to apply for some rights to launch on GasZero. This is also important to understand because this is a main kind of values which we have in the blockchain. Thank you for asking. It was a question from Salsi.
Great, I got it down. Thank you, Salsi, for your question. Okay, you guys, we're looking for, let me double check here. We are now on question number 5.
All right, question number 5. Let me check. How will GasZero counter? Oh no, it's also from Earning 98. All right, let's pick another one.
Here, how about this question? Now, I can't pronounce this name
very
in
nice
Korean.
question. Sorry,
But,
very nice question from Biku. What was the motivation and the story behind starting the project? Are you satisfied with the progress you have made so far? All right. It's from Biku. And all right, this is nice question. Basically, the story behind is you guys spend so much money on fees, on the gas fees. And we understand where is the pain point, and many people understand that. But when you have been in the blockchain for a long period of time, you feel it's normal, right? You just take it as it is. But basically, like, why we need to pay all that? Why no one can do it for us? So, if there is software that can put money, like pay for us anyway, like paying them some fees for these dApps by paying them commission interacting with these dApps, right? Even you like interact with let's say with the let's say basically in Uniswap, you also pay some LPs fees, right? For swapping some tokens, you pay some part of the fees for LPs. So in such case, we believe that this should be a game changer in such case. And the pain point was many users get back to us and they were like, oh, I need to buy those NFTs. I need to update my account. I need to improve some things. Oh, I spend so much on fees. And they cycle calculation, and their NFTs costs is pretty similar to the cost of the gas fees what they spend on this blockchain. So it's that thing is ridiculous. That's why we want to call it for gas killer solution, and this solution will be a GasZero network. That had been answered. And how many more questions do I have to answer?
About 4 more questions, and I just need to know whose question did you answer there that time?
Biku.
Oh,
B
Biku. Oh, BQ's an OG in the Discord. Congrats, BQ. Let's go. Anyways, I think here's a good question asked by XY. Maybe you can answer this one, Dimitri. Can we know if there are any other games that will work later on your network other than Era 7? Maybe this is a little alpha drop. You guys have more games planning to be built on top of your network?
That's a good question. I've been sharing a bit information about it, but yeah, this is very cool question. Okay. So first of all, not only Era 7, there should be a bunch of other games launched on GasZero. One of our partners and early supporters is Mobox. So pretty guys know Mobox. Mobox is trading on Binance and other exchanges, so you guys know Mobox. Beside that, there is a Meta Merge, Matrix Fire, and Djinn Reborn. So these games we are cooperating and talking with to launch on GasZero. Beside that, I could say that there is a kind of like a five guilds game GameFi guilds which have been launched in back in the days with the time of Axie when was launched. And these guilds also tightly talking with us and on cooperation to advise us some game studios to cooperate with us. Besides game studios, because most of game studios are Web2 studios, their product need to be adopted and need to be incubated properly to launch on a GameFi. We wish to make in the future a kind of ecosystem fund, and this ecosystem fund we can help different projects to launch on GasZero. How are we gonna help? First of all, we will have possibility to subsidize gas fees for the dApps. So in such case, not only devs paying fees, but we particularly pay their fees for early stage games which want to launch it, so they do not have extra expenses. Besides that, we wish to cover their marketing costs probably, and so if they want to promote their game and we see the redundancy rate is pretty nice, so people like to play this game, we can help them to, instead of giving them money and do not know where money will be spent, we're gonna help them to cover their marketing and to cover their PR costs by our fund. So that's what we think in a more smarter way to spend funds. Beside that, what I would like to say, we wish to cooperate with the agents and intermediary agents which will take the role of adopter of Web2 games to Web3. And there is some partners I've been talking in the past and have been helping with the fundraising for them. So but cannot announce pretty much yet right now, not for announcement. That's how we see the GameFi category of dApps in our ecosystem. It was from XY. All right, and
What about this is a good, interesting question, and I'm curious about this as well. This was asked by Bart Simpson, and he was asking, do you guys have any insights or kind of updates for Gas Zero's roadmap? And now I don't know if you can answer this one, but he also asked if there'd be any community rewards. I assume he means community rewards in the vein of an airdrop, but I'm sure you can't answer this one at the moment. But maybe you can tell us a little bit about your guys' roadmap.
definitely good question. From whom it was? Please record, okay?
It was by Bart Simpson. He's got a bunch of Korean in his name that unfortunately I cannot read.
All right. All right. So quarter two, we're right now planning alpha testnet. So first of all, we want to be very good launching our events on a token 2049 in 10 days. So we participate token 2049, and hope you guys can look at us, check it us, give us likes, subscribe on our channels, on our Twitter, and check our live stream from that place. And if you will be on token 2049, you're also welcome to participate in our on the spot venue and be together with us. So about the roadmap, in the end of 23, we are planning. We're right now doing the alpha testnet launch. Then first 10 dApps launch and Node Shield version 1. Node Shield is a protection layer for nodes against DDoS attacks, as I said before. Then dApp hunting program initiated is like we will launch a program, like systematic program to find dApps which want to launch on GasZero. So subsidizing gas in the begin and helping with promotion adoption if it's Web 2, and find strong players which already have existing users in Web 2 is also a cool option and which we are looking on. Then in Q1 2024, we are having a beta testnet, 2 flagship dApps. We want to launch 2 huge dApps from results we have been done in Q4. And then we launch in the second version of Node Shield, and use case library will be initiated. So there will be a library of use cases. Is kind of I don't know details about it, but it's gonna be done in Q1 2024. Q2 and Q4 2024 mainnet alpha launch is a massive user adoption, DAO activation, and ecosystem co-building. So basically, we're gonna co-build ecosystem with another dApps and probably with another networks, with bridging with another networks. And then in 2025 onwards, more flagship dApps is like flagship dApps. You can say that some probably Web 2 applications which already have a number like millions or like 100,000 of users, active users, so they can come to our network and launch in our network. And we want to top our daily activity users in layer 2. And zero gas stablecoin gonna be launched in 2025. That's our plan. So from the scratch to the big summits, let's say like that.
I got it. Now, I just have to give a shout out for everybody listening. We got a lot of questions, but a lot of these questions are from the same users. So if you guys are still in here listening, be sure to drop some new questions for us to answer. Or if not, we're only gonna have to give away eight NFTs and 80 USDT to these guys. So you guys be sure to answer some or ask some more questions. In the meantime, Concord asked a pretty good question here. Dimitri, and that question was, let me scroll up here, pull it up, was, where was it?
Yeah, help me to check, please.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. I have it coming up here. We got a lot of great interest from you guys. So here's the question by Concord. He said, can you please give us some information about marketing plans you're preparing for projects on GasZero, especially Era 7? Which will be the first Web3 app to apply zero gas fees. So maybe you can explain a little bit deeper on how you guys are helping games market and dApps market on GasZero.
First of all, we need to understand that Era 7 is a card game, is basically card game, and it's very immersive card game, so people can stuck in it for a long period of time. And then we used to have tournaments on it and battles. So we have few things to do with this. First of all, we cooperate with the local communities in different countries. We're launching together with local communities, and those communities, few of them is also participating on our call. So these communities bringing us some volume, and they people like to play this game, and it's more like intellectual game. There is like huge amount of strategies, and they're always dynamically launching new cards, so people always have room to improve their accounts and be better in this game. Battling Era 7, it's really cool. Basically time spending, and you can do it whatever you want. So you can do with different people in different countries. When we launch it, we have tournament and many people participating from Russia, from Arabic countries, from Brazil, from different countries around the globe. and they also bring their friends, so it's becoming viral. They bring in their friend, they want to play tournaments, they teaching their friend, they becoming guilds, they coaching their friends how to build the decks, they building decks together, they making streams on the Twitch, they making streams on YouTube. So if you go Area 7, you check YouTube, there's flooded with different videos. This is how it works. We also participate with the KOLs and different influencers to show the game to different people, and we wish to make it like esport fight tournaments on like how people smart on playing this game, and it's something have some small similarities with the chess game, and it's really cool. So you have kind of this adrenaline feeling when you playing tournament. It's way more better than you like just playing like in a PvP with another user. So that's how it works with
Cool.
RSL.
And we got some questions from some users in the Metaverse too, actually, which is amazing. It was user SA11144. If you're still in here, please tell me your Discord name. But it was any famous projects that GasZero has promised to collaborate on. Are there any famous projects coming up and well-known ones?
Famous project, as I said, as a Mobox. We also have bunch of infra supporters in our ecosystem, such as Alchemy Pay. We're also talking to the Layer Zero for bridging assets from another networks, and Particle, MetaMask, OKX Wallet, BitGet Wallet, Chainlink. These tools we are willing to use in our ecosystem. As a DeFi, as the main DeFi tool is Izumi. Right now is the second biggest in ZK rollups. DeFi is Izumi. So for DeFi, TVL will be mainly on Izumi. We expecting.
Dude, that's amazing. Now, you guys, just due to the kind of lack of questions, we got one last one here from Michael, and he's kind of saying, where are all these pictures coming from? This cool stream that Third Academy is sharing up at the top. Well, I got a good answer for that question, and that's straight up from Third Academy. And let me just do a little shameless plug here for Third Academy, in case you guys are curious what Third Academy is about. Third Academy is a blockchain-based Web3 social education ecosystem with professional profiles, Soulbow and NFT credentialing, and a wallet-based recruiter matching system. So their integrated metaverse campuses offer expanded educational experiences featuring conferences, workshops, hackathons, pitch contests, webinars, fairs, and co-working spaces, which is cool. So you guys go check out Third Academy. And I guess with that being said, in the sake of time, let's kind of just wrap it up. Wrap it up here, and we'll guys see you next time. So Dimitri, maybe you can give us some final thoughts. Give us some final plugs on where we can find GasZero, your guys' Twitter, and and then we can end it up there.
Definitely, very cool, guys. It's amazing to be together with us on this session. I hope we can repeat, and probably connection will be better. So we need to bring better connection, not like in all cases, like internet connection, blockchain connection, between people connection, and relationships between people should be better. Make peace, make love, and good vibes is very important. Stay positive, and big thumb up for those who going through the bearish market together. Meanwhile, some of them have some basically losses, but that's okay. We stay here for long period of time, and we stay here to support our users. So users is ahead of all. If you have cool technology, it doesn't mean you have community who will play in this. So technology is nothing without community, without users, without players. So that's very important. And stay tuned together on our Twitter is at 0xGasZero. 0x is like starting of accounts on Ethereum, and GasZero just type GasZero. So you tune with us, you follow us on the Twitter and check our updates. Thanks everyone who have been together with us. Thanks for Third Academy, and thanks for Footprint and Alex for hosting this event. It was pretty cool. Yeah, thank you guys, and goodbye.
Yeah, and with that being said, let me tag everybody that won. So I tagged everybody that asked the question that got answered. So please, you guys, DM me again with your wallet addresses, preferably EVM. Right, Dima? We want some EVM addresses.
Right, EVM addresses, and basically, I think it should be Binance chain address or GasZero address. I'm not sure. You need the team. And actually, don't forget to check account gasmir.com. You can check how many gas you have, so you will understand why you need to use GasZero in the future.
Sweet, you guys. So with that being said, we are should be a BNB chain wallet. So EVM, scratch that. If I told you to DM me EVM, I lied. We want a BNB chain wallet, please. So that we can send you all the rewards. And guys, I know, Julian, my bad, my bad. With that being said, send me that second DM. And we are going to wrap this up. So thank you everyone who attended. Go check out GasZero and go check out Third Academy. Everyone else here, we love you, and we will see you on our next AMA. I hope, and I hope you guys all go check out how much gas fees you spent. Right, this is how much money GasZero is trying to save you. Right, and you'd be surprised how much you have actually spent on the gas fees. I personally, I'm scared. I'm a little scared to see how much I spent. But you guys, with that being said, we're ending it here. Thanks again, and Dima, it was a great presentation. You killed it, buddy.